Back in the garage tonight, and the electronic fuel injection is completely installed and the new fuel system is installed. If you go back to video 1, you kind of saw how I was planning things out, and this is just going to skip ahead and show how, show you the results. Build time, the installation took me about 2.5 days. Day 1 was about 12 hours, day 2 was another 12 hours, and then day 3 was about an hour or 2 just to tidy things up, because I actually took it out on the street and started tuning the EFI and seeing how it works. And I will say it is amazing, and I'll show you why here shortly. But first, let's get underneath the car and I'll show you how the fuel system turned out. Alright, this is a tight fit with my camera gear, but there you can see the new fuel tank, the top of it. And I just labeled things to make it easier for me because I'm easily confused. Got a supply and return line. There's a little bit of wiring. I use those billet clamps to tidy things up, and it's really dark under here. I don't know if you can see it, but up over in this area, it goes up into the frame rails, or frame rail, and then goes all the way to the front of the car. Here's a look at the engine compartment. I bought a new Holley air filter. I really like that. It's a classic look. I really tidied things up. EFI is obviously underneath that. Here you can see a little bit of wiring that I have not finished. I have not tidied this area up. These connectors here are going to be replaced. I'm going to probably do soldering, just solder them all up to get rid of those big bulky connectors, and then put some conduit wrap around it. So again, I kind of explained it on the last video, but basically that's the supply line, and it goes up, goes into the EFI under here, and then the return comes back, goes through the regulator and back to the tank, and that's a tank sink regulator. The wiring goes through here, and like I said in the last video, the ECU sits back there tucked away. I'm going to be rewiring these battery terminals and cleaning this up too. These are just little details. I got all winter to do this kind of stuff. I went ahead and took the air cleaner off. I can see how it turned out. So the supply is in the back. Return goes through the regulator to the back. Let's take a look inside the car. Major improvements inside. Here we're at the interior. I did a lot of rewiring. I actually took the seat out and laid in there for about 2 hours and rewired the thing. I got myself a nice little steering wheel cover. That's pretty cool. $10. And one of the biggest things is, notice all the gauges are gone. I got rid of all of them. Pulled out all the lines, all the wiring for them. Only thing in here is the radio. You're going to hear a pump. Let me turn ignition on. Bluetooth. And here is the display for the Holley Terminator EFI. And I used a little double-sided tape and one of the original screws to mount this, so I didn't have to drill. Really cleaned up nice in here. This is what I wanted. Little odds and ends I gotta clean up where there's some screws still sticking through. I gotta figure out how to get out. Other than that, we're good. So the coolest part about this car is it starts now. Let me show you. Well, there's the temperature, about 42 degrees. Let's get it started. Alright, well, I'm getting ready to start the car now. I will say this thing runs great with the new EFI, but it isn't quite turnkey. Very close. And actually the next video you see me post on YouTube is going to be a video directed to Holley technical support about how I can make it just turnkey. Now when it's warmed up, it fires up no problem. You usually don't have to hit the gas or do anything. But when it's cold, it usually does this. I'll show you. So it fires right up, but then it stalls out immediately after, and it usually does this over and over again. And I think it's just a little bit of tuning I've got to do. But the workaround right now is I'm just going to give it a little bit of throttle for just a couple seconds, and then it just takes right off. Basically, I pumped it just a few times, and then it figures it out. So I think it's a small tuning issue, and the last time I started this was 2 days ago. I'm pretty impressed. Now I'm just going to pull them up, and once I get those steps, here's a look at the LCD. Kind of warming up, doing its thing. See the temperature of the engine's 48 degrees right now, and she's chugging right along. I'm very impressed. So there you have it. This EFI is just completely awesome. It blows that carburetor away. It starts easy. It's reliable. The new fuel system doesn't leak. The old one had some rust in it too. So this is just way better all in all. All my readings are right here on this touch screen, everything. And you can add more pressure transducers or whatever and tie in all the information you could possibly want. It's just, to me, I think it's a cleaner, modern look for an old car, and it's not too over the top, you know, with the technology of like putting in crazy LSs and stuff like that. Old school engine, a little bit of new school throttle body fuel injection just to make it more reliable. Next thing is going to be the brakes. I like to be able to stop and put some wheels on it, and we're going to be good to go. So, as usual, thanks for watching, everybody, and take it easy.